Hey guys, me and Dave. It's 4/22/2020. It is Wednesday. So I've been doing a lot of videos lately, one a night or whatever, sometimes two a night. So I thought I would do another one, give out some good information. Not really good information, but it's something that kind of confirm what's happening in some of our programs. But first, I want to talk about I want to mention the coronavirus really, really quick. Some targeted individuals, they're starting a narrative, and they see all this stuff on Facebook that may not be true. It doesn't come from credible sources and all this stuff, you know, about the coronavirus. Um, Targeted individuals want to make it sound like this is tied into us. Um, I know there's some people out there that, say this is, this and that and this, and it's tied into us and all this stuff. We really don't know that. We really don't have proof of that. You know, the thing is that the virus is here and people are getting sick and they're dying. Yes, minorities are getting hit harder. American Indians, African Americans, Latinos, they're getting hit harder with this virus. We know that. But targeted individuals want to make it sound like it's designed to be that way. It's designed to be that way. We don't know that for a fact, you guys. We really don't know that for a fact. We don't know if it's a bioweapon or what. We don't know. We can make assumptions, but don't believe everything you read on the internet. Don't believe some of these leaders in the community that want to go off into conspiracy theories. It makes us look bad. It makes us look bad. How do we get away from it? I don't know how we get away from that talk. People want to make us look like conspiracy theorists and all this stuff. And, it's like we need to keep the targeting separate from what's going on. Everyone has free speech and all that stuff. I wish they wouldn't talk about all this stuff being connected to us. They do this with everything. Targets do this with everything. They're gullible, very gullible. They do this with everything. With everything. I can name 10 things right now. Targets try to connect everything to us. They try to connect everything to us. Donald Trump said that he mentioned the word, he was giving a speech, and he mentioned, directed, or what was it, or electromagnetic attacks or something like that. Oh my God, the TI community went apeshit over that. They went apeshit over that. Oh my God, he was talking about us. Oh my God, I bet you he said that because they made him say that. Oh my God. Did it affect us in any way? It didn't do anything for us. Nothing. They went apeshit over that. Over that comment. Targeted individuals do this with everything. They do it with everything. They're trying to connect everything to us. Everything. The person at Walmart gives you a bad look. Oh my God, he must be mind controlled or something. It's ridiculous. These people that think they're awake are not awake. They're sleeping at the wheel, and they're brainwashed. They're brainwashed, and they're easily manipulated. These people follow the leader. They follow the leader. They can't think for themselves. They're controlled. They're controlled, and they're doing it themselves. You know, it's not the government doing it. It's you know, it's all this stuff they read on the internet, and they try to connect it to us. Oh my God, they want us isolated. And no, don't you see what they're doing? They're turning everyone into targeted individuals because they want everyone isolated because of this virus and all this stuff. Really? Really? Are you serious? You know, one of the leaders said this. Self-appointed leader, self-appointed. Nobody elected this person to be a leader. Believe me. You know, self-appointed. You know, that's out there, out there, totally out there. You know, this person doesn't know what she's talking about. Way off in la la land. You know, talking conspiracy theories and all this nonsense. You know, we don't know, unless you have some facts, we don't know what's going on. All I know is that this virus is here, and we do need to stay isolated. We need to stay at home so we don't get this and we don't get sick as targeted individuals. Targets can't afford to get sick right now. We're dealing with our targeting, and then we're dealing with this virus on top of it. Yes, we need to stay isolated. You know, it's nothing new for us because most of us are isolated. But, you know, it's not like, oh my God, they're doing this because, you know, these people are going crazy. They sound loony, you know. They're not down to earth. They think they're awake. They think they're awake, and they're not awake. You know, they sound ridiculous. I don't know. I just wanted to mention that really quick. That wasn't even part of my video. My video was going to be on helicopters and airplanes. Okay, I'll get to that. I'm done with, you know, some of these goofballs that are, you know, and I hate to be that way because some of them are real targets, and I shouldn't call them goofballs and stuff like that. But there's some people out there, you guys, that are out there that sound ridiculous, you know. They really do. And people may say that about me, you know, when I'm talking about forced speech and all this electronic, all this stuff that's going on with me, you know, maybe they think I'm a goofball too. I don't know. But anyway, I want to get back to targeting. You know, okay, so I'm going to name this video, do they use airplanes and helicopters? Yes, they do. They use helicopters and airplanes for us. They do spend the money, and they will have, you know, air harassment, basically. You know, do they harass you with airplanes? Do they harass you with helicopters? They do. Some people don't believe that. They don't get that. And they kind of put us in a category of, you know, ooh, I don't believe that. You know, so but do they use those two things? Yes, they do. You know, I'm not talking big airplanes like, you know, passenger airplanes or anything like that. In my program, when I was getting hit super hard, super hard, they would have a 2-person airplane fly over my house twice a day. Twice a day, they'd fly over my house. And he would let me know it's for me. He would flutter the gas every time he was going over my house. He would flutter the gas. You know, every time. Twice a day they did that. One in the morning and then one around 6 p.m. At nighttime. Twice a day they would do that. They did that for quite a while. Why do they do that? I think it's for reactions, because if you tell people aren't going to believe you. Why would they do that? Why would they spend the money? Why would they, you know, I don't know why they do it, because they don't want people to believe you. You know. Another thing is helicopters. Do they use helicopters? Yes, they do. They use helicopters to harass you sometimes. Because you're sitting there getting a reaction, and they want reactions out of you. They want you to react to the situation. I've had helicopters. We don't have helicopters in this town. We don't have police helicopters or anything like that. We have one hospital has a helicopter. I think it's called Life Flight. So we have a Life Flight helicopter that will go to. Oh my God, is that bright? We'll go to accidents and stuff like that. We have one of those at the hospital. We have two big hospitals, and one of them has a helicopter, but they would hire a helicopter. You know, he would go. He would do like a circle, and he would go right in front of my house and face my house so I could see him right out the window. By the time I could grab my camera and all that stuff, he was gone. By the time I could get my phone and get my camera on there, he was gone. Do they do that? Yes, they do. They use helicopters and, God, is that bright? Helicopters and airplanes. Small airplanes. 2-person, 2 to 3 person airplane. So do they do those? Yeah, they do sometimes. You know, um, I'll bring up some other things here too. There's other people have made videos of air harassment and stuff like that. One of them was featured on the Vice documentary. I forgot his name, Richard someone. He seems to get a lot of helicopters and stuff like that, police helicopters that harass him. There's been some people on Facebook that claim they get Blackhawks and stuff like that harass them. I don't know if I believe that. They might live right next to an air base. We don't know about that. But do they do it? Yeah, they do. Sometimes they do it. I get it sometimes in the summertime. I'll be at the park and I'll take my dog to the park and there'll be a helicopter that will do a loop around me. Why do they do it? For reactions. And if you tell somebody, they won't believe you. It's just another thing to discredit you. But they do it. They use airplanes and helicopters, and they'll do something to let them know that you're there. They're there for you. Like I say, the airplane used to flutter the gas every time he'd go over my house. He'd flutter the gas, every time and stuff. So, and the helicopter went in front of my house, right, facing my window. So do they use those two things? Yeah, they do. That's just part of the program. If you're in a big program, they will, they'll pull every trick in the book, to discredit you. If you mention anything, they'll be, if you told someone, they're gonna be like, no way, why would they spend the money, 20 grand or whatever it costs to start up a helicopter, why would they do that? I can't see them spending the money. A lot of people say that, but they have a blank check, and stuff, so they will spend the money on doing stuff like that. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk about tonight. A lot of people bring up drones. I don't know what to say about drones. A lot of people think they see drones and they think they're getting hit by drones. I don't know if I believe that, but I don't know a whole lot about that. It kind of goes in with, people are being hit with their cell phones. Are they hitting you with a drone? I I doubt it. I really doubt that. They have so many ways to do this and hit you and all this stuff, by satellites and all this stuff. They used to do a head gripping thing on me before, and I went to the hospital one time. I was gonna go for my injuries because I was so upset. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning. They were gripping my head all the way to the hospital, all the way to the hospital and all the way back. Well, how did they do that? Satellite, possibly. So, you know, it doesn't have to be a drone. If you're driving in your car at 60, 70 miles an hour, it doesn't have to be a drone to hit you. They can do it by satellite, other ways to do it. So the drone thing, I don't know much about it, but it's kind of hard to believe they're hitting people with drones. Um, I don't know about that. So I just thought I would bring that up for a minute. But do they use helicopters and small planes? Yeah, they do. They do that. Sometimes they'll, do it because if you tell people, they won't believe you and stuff. So I just thought I would talk about that a little bit. I'm gonna cut this off, you guys. It's 16 minutes. So I hope you guys do well out there, and I hope you're having a good week and staying healthy and eating healthy and everything else. And I'll talk to you later.